Among the most enigmatic and sought-after relics of arcane technomancy, the Obsidian Phylactron stands as a marvel of intelligence transference, a fusion of necromantic soul binding and artificial cognition storage. Crafted from void-tempered onyx and woven with intricate latticeworks of eldritch circuitry, this black gem serves as a conduit for fragmented consciousness, allowing minds to be preserved, transferred, and even weaponized. For some, the Phylactron is a tool of eternal learning, safeguarding the wisdom of scholars long past. For others, it is a key to immortality, allowing minds to jump from body to body, defying death itself. But in the hands of the unscrupulous, it becomes a means of infiltration and subterfuge, allowing infiltrators to hijack hosts and evade detection, leaving nothing but empty husks in their wake. At its heart, the Obsidian Phylactron is a black gemstone, roughly the size of a human palm, its surface veined with shifting silver circuitry that pulses faintly when activated. These circuits are not merely decorative, they are arcane data pathways designed to encode and fragment a sentient mind into a transferable state. Each Phylactron is attuned to its user, a process that can take years of meticulous ritual preparation or mere moments with the right forbidden knowledge. Once bonded, the device becomes an extension of the wielder's will, allowing them to upload and transfer their consciousness at will. The technology behind this artifact is poorly understood, even by those who wield it. Some scholars suggest it was developed in the lost age of the Void-forged dynasties, an era when technomancers sought to transcend the limitations of flesh. Others claim it is reverse-engineered from an even older entity, a remnant of a civilization that no longer exists within this reality. The unsettling truth is that no two Phylactrons are identical. Each bears its own cryptic inscriptions, unique energy signatures, and inexplicable quirks. The Obsidian Phylactron's primary function is to store and transfer consciousness, though the method of doing so is rarely pleasant. A mind transferred into the gem remains intact, but fragmented. Memories distort, emotions drift, and identity itself becomes malleable. The longer a consciousness remains inside, the more it unravels, until the person inside is nothing more than a collection of data, a whisper of thought waiting to be reassembled. However, the true power of the Phylactron lies in its ability to implant that consciousness into a new vessel. Depending on the wielder's skill, this process can be a seamless transition, allowing an individual to inhabit a new body or construct as though it were their own, a forced possession, where a host mind is overwritten and erased to make room for the intruder, or a blending of consciousness, resulting in a hybrid entity, neither entirely one person nor the other. This makes the Phylactron an ideal tool for those who wish to infiltrate secure locations or live multiple lives. A single operative could leap from body to body, bypassing security measures that rely on biometrics or arcane identity verification. Some secretive cabals have used Phylactrons to ensure their leaders never truly die, transferring their minds from one host to the next across generations. Despite its power, the Obsidian Phylactron is not without its dangers. Minds stored within the gem for too long begin to lose cohesion. Memories blur, emotions decay, and eventually, the consciousness may dissolve into nothing more than scattered impulses and half-formed thoughts. Some Phylactrons contain traces of previous users, residual thoughts and emotions that never fully faded. A new wielder may find themselves plagued by whispers of old memories, struggling against the influence of those who came before them. In some cases, the transference process fails, leaving the consciousness incomplete. This can result in half-formed personalities, individuals who feel they are missing something vital, names they cannot remember, skills they should have but do not, or a sense that they are not truly themselves. Not all bodies are compatible with the mind attempting to take residence. A mismatched transfer can cause seizures, violent psychosis, or even death as the host and invading consciousness tear each other apart. And then there is the most terrifying possibility that some Phylactrons develop a will of their own. If the artifact itself begins making decisions, choosing which minds to keep and which to discard, who truly holds the power? While many assume the Obsidian Phylactron is purely a tool, There are darker theories suggesting it may be something far more sinister. Some scholars believe that each use of the Phylactron weakens the boundary between realities, making it easier for foreign entities to slip through. Others speculate that the Phylactron does not merely store a mind, but feeds on it, consuming pieces of its occupants over time. And then there are the whispers of the Shadowed Ones, a cabal of Phylactron users who have abandoned physical forms entirely, existing only as roaming minds, inhabiting bodies at will, moving unseen through history. Whether it is a tool for preservation, a weapon of deception, or a cursed artifact with a hidden agenda, the Obsidian Phylactron remains one of the most feared and coveted relics in the known cosmos. It offers a promise of eternal existence, but whether that existence is truly life or something else entirely remains unknown. The Obsidian Phylactron stands at the crossroads of power and peril, a testament to the boundless ambitions of those who seek to defy mortality and reshape identity itself. For some, it is a gateway to eternity, preserving wisdom across centuries. For others, it is a tool of deception and domination, a means to erase and replace, to inhabit lives not their own. But one truth remains. The Phylactron does not grant freedom, it demands it. Each transfer carries a cost, each new vessel a risk. To wield this artifact is to stand upon a precipice where the self is never truly secure, where the echoes of past minds may whisper through one's thoughts, and where, at any moment, the boundary between wielder and tool may blur beyond recognition. Perhaps that is the true horror of the Obsidian Phylactron, not that it steals minds, but that over time, one may forget whose mind was stolen first.